Hello, everybody. I'm Ricky Smith. Welcome to Faith on Friday Presents. At Faith on Friday Presents, our goal is to drive motivation by closing the door on the comfort zone, to foster inspiration by realizing what's possible, and to create transformation by challenging those absolute negative mindsets. While you're here, you all, don't forget, like and subscribe and share this content with your network. We appreciate everything you do to help Faith on Friday grow. Today, you all, we're talking about leadership, but in a different way. Think of leadership as what it is. It can be absolutely incredible. It can be absolutely life-changing. It can also be a pain in the eye. Some days, all you do is put out fires. Have you ever thought of leadership from the Fireground? Today, I want to introduce you to somebody who's going to tell us what that means and give us some tricks and tips about leadership. Everybody, please say hello to Dave Valero. Hi, Dave. How are you?
Hi, Ricky. I'm so excited. We're finally here, or I'm finally here. You look great in red, by the way.
Thank you. It's so good from a firefighter. You all, this is going to be a fun conversation, so get out your pens right now. First of all, before we get started, Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're located.
Oh, thank you, Ricky. Well, I'm Dave Valero. I'm here in El Paso, Texas. I'm 57 years old. I'm single, you know, free agent. I'm a dad of two girls, amazing, beautiful daughters, and the older one that also has two daughters. So I'm a pop to two beautiful
Wow,
daughters. There's just girls everywhere, and my
I
two
love
girls.
it.
Yeah, and they're married to half brothers, so that's kind of cool. So just
Okay.
very proud and blessed and grateful
Yeah.
for my family.
You have absolutely ruined the entire interview by saying that you were single. Oh my gosh. Y'all do not be sending me no emails and DMing me about nothing because I'm not setting anybody up. That's on him, but we'll get it back to that later. So, Dave, you heard in the interview that we're talking about leadership from the fire ground. What does that even mean?
Well, I spent some time in the fire service, 21 years from 1994 to 2015,
Wow.
and just been really humbled by what I've been blessed, what I've been privileged to witness behind the closed doors of El Paso, on the streets of El Paso. Just final moments, of human life, and I've learned a lot in those
I am
20.
sure. But that 20 years in the fire service, there's so many things I'm sure you, like you said, that you've seen, things that you've done. And then you come out of that and you move into the leadership space. So talk to us about that transition.
Oh my goodness. Well, that just started really at the beginning of my career.
Mm.
Gosh, I don't know how many of these details. That could be a long story. I'll give you the short version.
Okay.
I'll try to anyway. But when I came on the job in 1994, they kind of threw me into this physical fitness test. It's called the Firefighter Combat Challenge. And they were giving it a shot here in El Paso. The fitness committee had bought all that equipment. I was going through the academy as a recruit, and they gave me an opportunity to try it out. So what was happening was this fitness test had become the inventor of it had partnered with the ESPN. I guess he
Mm.
noticed the competitive of not firefighters
Right.
when they challenge themselves to do better at any of these physical fitness tests. So he had the great idea of partnering with ESPN. So it became a sporting event,
Wow.
and it's one in which I still compete after 31 years.
You're still competing right now?
I'm still competing in that
You
crazy
go.
competition.
So tell us a little bit about this competition. What's involved in that?
Yeah, it's 5 events. It's an obstacle course. You're wearing the full gear. They call it the toughest 2 minutes in sports. And because if you can complete it in 2 minutes, you've done some work, some physical
Yeah.
fitness work. So you're wearing the full gear. You're running up some stairs and pulling up some hose and dragging hose, shooting targets
Wow.
with the water,
Mm.
and dragging rescue Randy. 5 events, and it's just been, I'd like to say a lot of fun, but it's just really a great challenge that has really it's created a standard for me every year to
Right.
just maintain my physical fitness to the level, to the point at which I can, where I can complete the course
Yeah.
and do it. I'm actually right above 2 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just been a lot of fun.
Wow.
22 countries now that are involved. So just a great brother and sisterhood out there. And
Oh my
every year
goodness.
there's a world championship in
Really?
October. Yeah, tours around the country. And then in October, the world
Oh
championship. So
my
we get to go
gosh.
hug all my brothers and sisters
Yeah.
and just this common ground of just competition. It's just been so amazing.
Now, we've had American Ninja Warrior on here before. We have had female bodybuilders here before. This is the first time I have heard about a firefighters competition. Now, I don't even know where to begin with that, but we'll have to talk about that part later. So, moving into the leadership realm, because you're still competing in that, but you're also doing some leadership training and stuff. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, that all started back in the mid 90s. Really is September 11th. We all know what
Mm-hmm.
happened then, the attacks
Yeah.
of September 11th. And that just provided a platform to go
Mm-hmm.
into schools. We were already kind of speaking in schools, but we
Mm-hmm.
started using that obstacle course, my right hand man and I, and we partnered with counselors and started providing leadership workshops for teens that were struggling through life challenges. And it
Mm-hmm.
just grew and it evolved into leadership training for teachers, staff,
Oh, wow.
but it all started with that obstacle course. And really, my right hand man, Kip Hall, came on the job 4 years after I did.
Mm-hmm.
So we competed, but we also used that to just impact our community.
Yeah, I
And
like
we
that so much.
lost Kip. We lost Kip in '07, a well-known
Mm-hmm.
man. They've dedicated a park to him and the
Wow.
training tower. Kip was facing a challenge in 2007,
Mm-hmm.
cancer, and there was just some events around that time that really pointed me in the direction
Mm-hmm.
of really my purpose, of my
Yeah.
calling.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry for the loss of your friend, but what a fantastic legacy it sounds like that he has left for you to carry on. And thank you for carrying that torch for him forward. So, your leadership now that you're teaching, you're doing it for students, teachers, and in corporate, I believe, too. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
right, Ricky.
So
Mhm.
going in, what is it about your specific leadership training that that you bring forward from that firefighter challenge and from being a firefighter yourself? What are you doing different?
Yeah, it's a great question. I believe that firefighters have been, I mentioned privilege. The fact that we have like these fingerprints have been all over El Paso, and
Hmm.
I've been there. I've been there for the worst days of people's lives,
Yeah.
and I kind of sit in front of an audience, stand in front of an audience just a little bit differently because of that perspective. I
Hmm.
come with some urgency. I've witnessed the final regrets of human life,
Hmm.
and sometimes we think we have more time, and I was there for those regrets of people just
Yeah.
wishing they could go back and make some
Yeah.
changes, maybe
Sure.
apologize, pick up that phone for that apology, and just more forgiveness. So it's a very unique perspective. It's changed me.
Hmm.
So I stand in front of an
Wow.
audience with that urgency, just a little bit differently
Yeah.
than maybe others would.
I'm sure. So what are you teaching them? What is it? What are the principles that you all are sharing from your current perspective as a firefighter, as a competitor, as a friend who's lost a friend? What are you telling our leaders right now that they need to know?
Yeah, well, what I was talking about today, or wanted to talk about, is something that happened. Really, we were trained by special forces. The last 7 years of
Oh,
my career, I was the captain in the fire academy. I was really, I like to say, in the right place at the right time.
sure.
It was, I was the captain, and my lieutenant at the time had spearheaded this program that had been approved by our department, a very high dollar, state of the art program.
Mm-hmm.
And they came in to train the captains. It was an amazing cadre of special forces. There was a Green Beret
Wow.
in my class
Mm-hmm.
that taught my class, an Army Ranger. And they had partnered together, locked arms with veteran firefighters from New York, chiefs that had been on the job for 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they also partnered with these crazy, I call them special forces of the fire service. They were wildland firefighters, but we received this amazing training, and I was able to start using that to kind of share what I was doing in schools. It really enriched what I was doing in schools. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm talking about today is some of this, what we learned in that program and some of the key communication skills I like to call them the keys to effective communication, and that's briefing, debriefing, communication of hazards, acknowledging messages, and asking if you don't know.
Oh my gosh, there's already so much in that. But I want to touch on something, one of those that you said that really is the communication part. A lot of us as leadership, we think that we're doing a great job communicating the mission, communicating the need, communicating the product. But you probably, like I, know that that's not always the case. We're not communicating as well. What would you tell somebody who says, I need to communicate better? Give us one or two tips to help somebody communicate better in that leadership role.
Oh my gosh. Well, first, you've got to listen. I don't think we're taught how to listen. We go to school, learn how to read, we learn how to write, but we just don't learn how to listen. And
Wow.
that is a skill that can be learned. So
Hmm.
that's one of the things that I do. There's this 5-to-1 ratio. If you're a good leader, you should be listening 5 times more than you're speaking.
Hmm.
And, we talk about reflective listening. That's one of the core skills in my coaching program
Okay.
that people just kind of walk away with this aha moment thinking, oh
Mhm.
my gosh, I've been doing it wrong all this time.
I hear 47 married couples going, see, I told you, so listening, it's a whole thing. I mean, that is so good. Now you also alluded to your coaching program. Talk to us a little bit about your coaching program. What's it called?
Well, conversational management, you can see the poster here on my wall.
Hmm.
That is one of the programs that I deliver. Conversational collaboration is another one, but it does focus on some key skills. And it's really, I like to say, I'm transforming the boss into a coach.
Ooh, ooh. Say that again for the folks in the back.
Yeah, we've got to transform the boss into a coach. I don't think anybody likes to or enjoys being told what to do. And what the
Hmm.
experts are saying, Gallup and Deloitte research is saying that if we keep doing that, especially with our millennials, our next geners, and we don't empower them, value
Hmm.
them, and respect them, and all we ever do is just tell them what to do, the
Hmm.
research is saying they're going to be gone in 2 years.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years. Think about a lot of people do that right now. And you've heard it said, and it's still true. People don't leave jobs, they leave bad leadership.
Yep.
And if you can give them some autonomy, empower them, let them be great at what they're great at. Give them the mission and let them go. And there's just accountability. That is so good. So who is it that you work with?
I work with managers and HR teams. A lot of
Mhm.
HR teams, they love this. In fact, we put on a free monthly test drive. We call it our test drive. We invite people from the HR teams, CEOs to come and try it on, give it a little test drive, see if it fits for them, if it's the
Oh,
right fit. And they also receive SHRM credit hours for the 2 hours that they spend with us. So they
yeah.
love it. Yeah, and
Oh,
that just
yeah.
starts the
Free credit
conversation.
hours? Yes, please.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Exactly. So, Dave, as you're doing these things and moving around and moving and shaking, what I hear a lot from you is collaboration. How important is collaboration in leadership?
Oh my gosh. Well, what I experienced on the Fireground, the first fires that I ever, the first fires to which I responded, it's amazing. People from all walks of life, right?
Mhm.
That maybe wouldn't even have hung out in school, in grade school.
Right.
And here we are, just 40 firefighters converging to put out this big fire.
Hmm.
It's just everybody coming with their own skills, with their own tools. You've got the ladder, the
Hmm.
truck that's coming with the big aerial and all the cutting equipment to cut holes on the roof.
Wow.
And you've got the guys that are pulling hose lines and putting that wet stuff on the red stuff, fighting I mean, it's just all these different people with all
Hmm.
these tools and skills to just converge to accomplish one goal there on the Fireground. It's
Yeah.
just amazing.
And it's the same thing in the boardroom, same thing in the courtroom. Collaboration, collaboration. You're not the only one that knows something. Somebody else's something added to your something makes it really great. My gosh, Dave, there's so much here to continue to talk about, but we can't do it all today. So, my friend, if somebody wanted to reach out to you, finish this conversation, or check out your test drive, where's the best place for people to find you?
They can find me at humanjolt.com or Dave. They can email me at dave@humanjolt.com. My cell phone number is 915-820-5151. And if you can't remember that, it's 855 jolting. It'll find me.
Perfect. See, all I hear people is writing down your phone number. I already told y'all, yes, he's single. Don't be calling him. Nobody wants that. But if you did not get all of his information, everything will be in the description below. And while you're here, like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We would appreciate it. Dave, my friend, before I let you go, we need to play a game. Woo, woo, woo,
Ooh.
woo. This game is so simple. It's called This or That. It is going to be the cool way for people to get to know a little bit more about you and for me to just to have some fun. So, are you ready to play, my friend?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Do you prefer yellow light or do you prefer to run it?
Oh, it's green light all the way for me.
Even if it's green, even if it's yellow, just go, right?
Green light.
I
Yes.
like it. All right. Do you prefer shopping online or shopping in the store?
Oh, shopping in the store, face
Oh,
to face. I
yeah, I
like
could
thank
tell
you
that
people.
about you. Yeah, oh, that's nice. Exercise or extra fries?
Oh, exercise for the fries.
That's going to be my new thing. Exercise for the fries. I like that so much. Water park or amusement park?
Amusement park. I love the water, love the ocean, but man, I love a roller coaster.
Still, you're still doing roller coasters. I just
Mm-hmm.
can't. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think I will. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Oh
you a
yeah.
planner or do you make it up as you go?
I'd like to think I'm a planner, but so many things so many friends like you, Ricky, invite me to do things like this or invite me to a great event. I would have to say it's the latter.
I thank you. I appreciate that. So, slow dance or shake that thing?
Mm. I'm very touchy-feely.
Uh-oh.
But oh, I love some R&B. Play Brick House.
Okay, come on now.
Somebody once said, giving playing Brick House for Dave Valero is like giving spinach to Popeye.
See, you're
Yeah.
making sure these phone calls are coming in. I don't even know what to do with yourself. And finally, my friend, if you had your choice to do it all over again, what would you do different?
Ooh, I would forgive more quickly.
Hmm. That is the lesson for all of us, I think. Dave, thank you so much for being here today. You have made this so much fun.
Thank you, Ricky. I'm glad we finally connected. I've heard so much about you.
Oh,
Congratulations on everything that you're doing. Keep doing it. Keep pressing on.
I appreciate that so much. Okay, everybody, that's it for this week, but we'll be back next week with more Faith on Friday Presents.